Jai Shri Krishna. It's
Jai
such
Shri
a
Krishna.
pleasure to have Lord Rami Ranger once again with us. Just a brief introduction. Lord Rami Ranger is chairman and founder of Mark Group of Companies, UK. He has been awarded the highest honor by Her Majesty the Queen on 8 occasions, 6 times for business and twice personally for community service. And he was made the member of British Empire in 2005 and commander of British Empire in 2015. We welcome you, sir. It's such a pleasure to have you again with us.
Jai Shri Krishna and
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri Ram.
Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. So,
So, sir, I begin my question. The first question, which is very relevant, not only in India but in Bangladesh and Asia, but also all over the globe. As a parliamentarian and statesman, what do you think of the response of international community regarding the escalating situation in Bangladesh? We have so many refugees coming to India. We really do not know what to do, and there are so much of human rights violation in Bangladesh. I would like to know your opinion on this matter.
I think the first thing first, we must condemn the violence in any place, anywhere in the world, because in a civilized world, violence has no place. Because, you know, uh, attacking innocent people, mob rule, smash and grab. These are the action of uncivilized people, where the rule of law has broken down. So therefore, I would ask the Foreign Secretary to call upon the United Nations to issue a warning to what is happening in Bangladesh against minorities. And it is very sad that it is the people of India who helped liberate Bangladesh. 2 million Bengali Muslims were massacred by the Pakistani Muslim. 300,000 women were raped. Hundreds of thousands of children were born illegally, which Sheikh Mujibur Rahman gave them his name. So that just shows if India had not intervened, what would have been the fate of Bengali people today, and what would have been the state of Bangladesh. And after independence, Bangladesh did very well. They their economy grew. They were doing so well until last week. And it is also worth remembering that when India intervened, India was not as prosperous or as strong as it is today. India itself was a struggling community about 54 years ago, uh, 71, 50, 52 or 53 years ago. And Pakistan was the ally of China, America, Great Britain, and they were against India, and they supplied the most modern weapon to Pakistan. And then the Seventh Fleet came from America to attack, and the British warship also joined. But thanks to uh, our reputation, the president, I think Nasser, stopped that fleet in Suez Canal. And if it wasn't for help of Russia, we would have been in a very difficult situation because Russian fleet also came to the rescue of India. So the birth of Bangladesh is a miracle that was possible because the government of India took a bold step when there's hundreds of thousands of millions of refugees were crossing the border and coming to India for safety. So therefore, to attack those people whose father and forefather, uncle and aunts and chachas and chachis have helped Bangladesh liberate is totally unacceptable, and it's a betrayal of the trust. So my request to the people of Bangladesh is that they should never forget the help Indian people gave, despite they were not as strong as the allies of the Pakistan. So therefore, I feel very disappointed that they have forgotten, and they have forgotten the sacrifice of Indian soldiers who shed blood along with Mukti Beni and helped give birth to a new country, Bangladesh. So therefore, we have to really ask the government of India to go to United Nations and do whatever. If they have to send the army, they have to send the army to save innocent people.
Again, one question which comes to all our mind is, how do you see the role of international bodies in this? How do you see the role of UN Human Rights Commission when so much of atrocities are being the Bangladeshis are subjected to so many atrocities? They have still not intervened as they should have. What do you
Well,
have to say on this?
this is a sad indictment of organization which name themselves as human rights and then they ignore the violation of human rights. So I think that we have to be strong. India has to be strong. India has to knock on the door of United Nations, big powers, America, Russia, wherever they can go and say that our innocent people have been subject to violence because of their religion, not because they're committing any crime or they're doing something wrong. It's just purely on the base of religion because they are being treated so badly.
And also here, why this student unrest turned to a military coup and now it is taking totally religious connotations and there has been targeted killings. Why does it always happens in your opinion? Why does any clash in Pakistan or Bangladesh quickly takes religious angle? What is behind all this in your opinion?
Well, this is the fault of a system where women are not empowered. You know, women empowerment is very, very important for prosperity of a country and a community. If you have two income, two children, or you have one income, or five, six children, then you bound to be left behind. So this is exactly what happened during the Mughal Empire. They ruled India for 600 years. They never empowered women. They never invested in education. And the result in front of us, when the Muslim was given chance to have a country of their own, they went for it. So, and look at 1 million innocent people. It's the repeat of 1947 when my father was killed and I became refugee and came with my mother, age 35, with 8 children. And I have lucky she was educated. She could get a job as a teacher in a kindergarten, and she could bring us up. Otherwise, we would have ended up in orphanage. So, therefore, the power of women has been underestimated in many countries. They're not treated as equal, and that is a very bad thing to do because women are the architects of next generations. What they don't experience themselves, that they cannot impart into their children. Besides, if a husband dies prematurely, like my father did, he will leave behind a woman unable to deal with the world, and mother unable to look after his children. They'll end up in madrasas, and you know what happened in madrasas. So therefore, women empowerment is very important, and even United Nations, I have appealed to United Nations that you cannot have members who do not accord equality to women and religion, because by having members who flaunt this basic human right should not be member of United Nations. So I think people who don't treat women as equal become unequal themselves in society because that's the fact of life. And you can see after having ruled Hindus for 600 years, what has happened. And then by all we do is a religion conversion by force, by anything, and then that's not the future of humanity.
So it's very, very insightful what you just said because a lot of people will never would have linked women empowerment with the violence and the change which happens in the society. I mean, I'm so, Lordship, I'm so, your statement has been so profound that it really is making me think that what important role women have to play in the way the society is being shaped up. So with this, I'll hand over the mic to Nilesh Joshi ji. because he has a lot of questions to ask you. Thank you so much. Nilesh sir, आपके for you.
Thank you, Vijetaji. Jai Shri Krishna, Lord Raminanja, Jai Shri Krishna, everyone.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Lord, you have seen like a big problem full of your life, childhood. And then you came up to the become a Lord and very successful business person in UK. So, like you know, in and out of almost every aspect of the life. United Nations, International Human Rights Commission, and other bodies. They make a big noise in Gaza, big noise in Ukraine, big noise everywhere. But here, the innocent Hindus are getting killed unnecessarily. They don't utter a word. What do you say about that?
I have already said this is unacceptable. United Nations cannot be just a talking shop. They have to be robust and they have to protect minority. They have to stop violence. They have to stop conflict because innocent people are dying. Even in Gaza, what is happening is unacceptable. They should bring these two people together and find a solution because millions of people are given to United Nations donations. Their job is to find peace. There are no winner in a war. You just have to ask those people who are losing their loved one because I lost my father and my childhood was gone. I never played with toys. I never had good clothes. I had nothing. So all my life I suffered, but I was very fortunate that I had a remarkable mother whose motto was, "We will never give up, never give in." Having lost her ancestor home, country, and breadwinner, she worked very hard from morning till evening, cooking food, cleaning clothes, and then going to school, and then coming back, and then starting all over again. She was just like a machine. But there are not many fortunate people to have a mother like mine, who were declared the proudest Indian mother for giving five sons to the defense of India. And they fought three wars for the integrity of India. And her statue was installed by the government of Punjab in January, next to that of my father. So and husband and wife together in one place, and I hope they're together in heaven as well for doing a great service to humanity. So therefore, I am very, very disappointed with all the superpowers. They are just interested in their own agenda, and they're not interested in actually benefiting humanity and bringing world peace. And they can bring world peace. They can bring war in instantly. They can attack countries instantly. They can destroy civilization, but they are not interested in bringing peace and prosperity to those nations. I used to say to my Pakistani friends, I said, America is giving you lots of arms, tanks, aircraft, guns, and everything. Why don't they put industry in Pakistan? Why don't they get tractors for you? Why don't they give education? Why don't they put universities? Because educated people become asset for life, but the all these armament or equipment become obsolete in 2, 3, 4 years time. So therefore, we have to unite. The third world country or the developing country have to unite. Pakistan, India have to unite. That for the greater good of humanity, we have we have done rivalry for nearly 76, 77 years. Now it's time that we done cooperation for the sake of humanity because poor people want bread, they don't want bomb. We got enough bomb to destroy each other five times over. So I think we need to really have a second look and second thinking.
Thank you, Lord. Lord, why don't India government lodge the protest in United Nations against the Bangladesh killing of innocent Hindus? What
But
do you say?
this is the irony when the Bengali people were being killed. India went to United Nations. Now their own people are being killed, and India is just not doing anything. I'm very disappointed. I've already sent a message to a lot of big important people that they have to call the United Nations a special session and then discuss all this, situation, which is, if not controlled, can get out of hand. And you know what happened in 1947? 15 million people were made refugee in the country of their own birth. Their property was looted. Their women were raped. so much murder, death, destruction. Over a million people lost their life, including my father, and that cannot be repeated again because it takes years for the family to come back to their. It took us over 50 years to be able to have a proper, decent life after we lost everything.
Thank you, Lord. Lord, I think sentiment of the people in India, people, they want India's direct intervention in Bangladesh. So I think Modi should hear the voice of the people of India and should directly convey the message to the Bangladeshi people, the military Bangladeshi, the fundamentalist people in Bangladesh and United Nations that if this don't stop, we will intervene directly by might or by whatever way we have to intervene.
But
What is
if
your views about it?
my views are, if India was to mobilize troops around the Bangladesh border and tell them that if you don't control law and order, we will come and control. Israel has done that in Gaza. Israel is doing it in Lebanon. So why can't we do when our own people are being killed? We can't sit back and do nothing.
Thank you, Lord. Lord, now throw the inside of what is happening in UK because I'm right now not in UK, I'm in India, but lots of things are happening. The people are getting attacked. I mean, the fundamentalists are attacking police, the right wing people are attacking mosques and things like that. So, what's happening in UK right now?
Well, this is again the neglect of politicians. They have not listened to the voices of ordinary people. They've done whatever they felt. People were complaining to the successive government that we are a small island. We cannot take so many people because we don't have housing, we don't have hospital bed, we don't have places in school. We can't just, the whole world is in turmoil, but we just can't receive all those asylum seekers, all those illegal immigrants, all those people, we just can't because there is a limit. As I always say, that if you keep on bringing people, the fragile race relation will be damaged. And then we will turn on each other. And that's exactly what is happening, that people have been brought, lots of illegal immigrants have come, and our human rights system is so difficult that you just can't remove somebody for if once they come, it is impossible to remove them, and that is what is happening. That we got lots of people, wrong people, pretending to be asylum seeker. They come to this country, they know the system because of social security. They're being housed in good hotels. They've been given all the benefits and everything, and because some of these people do not share the British values like rule of law, respect for women, respect of faith, religion. So they come from different background and they are totally misfit. And we are very tolerant. We accept them, and that's what is causing problem. And now the the tempers have gone beyond because a lot of knife crime, a lot of petty theft, a lot of act of terrorism taken place because of immigrant, and they now have a bad name. And even though the murder of three innocent girls was nothing to do with the Muslim or the asylum seeker, but the people were already at the edge, and they blamed Muslim, and they went, they went berserk. So we need to calm the situation down, and the king has been appealing to people. He is very saddened to see what is happening in his kingdom, and he's appealed to all the people that he's king for all the communities, and they have to have tolerance. They have to live together because this is their country, and if they damage this country, it is their taxpayers' money being wasted, and nobody's going to get benefit.
Thank you, Lord. Lord, one striking point come to my mind just now. Whenever there is a turmoil or problem in the Muslim world, Muslim countries, almost all the people refugee goes toward the Western countries or come to the India. But why they are not taking refuge in their own Muslim? They have 56 countries. They are not going there. Why they are coming to the Western world and creating problem and asking for the Sharia laws and all the facilities and everything there in Western world and India? Why they are not doing that in their own country where they have the Sharia laws and they have all the facilities? Why they are not doing that there?
Well, the Muslim countries are very strict. There's very little freedom, and when they come to West, they not only get benefit, social services, and everything, but they also got a lot of freedom and a lot of opportunity to do whatever they want to do. Like I am immigrant, and look how much I achieved in this country because there's the British sense of tolerance and fair play, and there are, in this country, diversity is accepted, respected, and protected. There are laws against discrimination, but in those countries, I don't think they give equality to people of different faith by constitution, or women also not get the equality by the constitution. So there are some problem. That's why people all come to Western countries because of the liberal democracy, too much freedom, too many benefits, which is a good thing. People should come, but at the same time, when they come, they should integrate and they should feel that we have been given an opportunity of a lifetime, and let's make the most of it, and let's become a upstanding citizen of this good, great country.
Don't you think, Lord, it is a strategy to destabilize the Western economy and Western countries by coming into the big numbers of the people and then asking for the Sharia laws and stuff like that? It's not a conspiracy theory. Don't you think that?
I don't think people are organized that organized to think like you are thinking, but at the same time, because when you bring everything is bad, too much sugar is bad, too much butter is bad, anything excess is bad. We need to bring a migrant who we can absorb. If we have a capacity for 2,000 people a year and we become 2 million, that is going to cause problem because we don't have 2 million houses. To make a house is not easy and cost money, and then to have places in hospital, because we have a free national health. We have to have doctors to deal with extra influx of people. We have to have places for school. You have to provide. You can't have children on the street. So it's a very huge challenge for the social services. When you bring people more than you can accommodate.
Thank you, Lord. Vijada, over to you.
So, what I wanted to ask, that we have a lot of tolerance for diversity in India. Still, we see a lot of communal tensions, and we are seeing the same trends in UK. We are seeing the same trend in France. We are also seeing the same trend in Scandinavian countries. Do you think, with changing times, there need to be changes for them?
I think there is nothing wrong with any religion. It's the way we use it, because we can take things out of context as well. And illiterate Maulvis, mullahs, they do not know the implication. If they keep telling people have more children, more children, more children, and then it'll be a quantity, not a quality. They have to really understand they are competing with the world. We have to compete with every country, German, Japan, China, United Kingdom, UK. You have to compete with them. So we cannot have substandard citizen misfit just end up as a driver, Uber driver. So therefore, it is very important. A community is as great as its leaders, and the leader have to give the direction to the public. We can't blame the religion. Religion has been there for so many years, and coming back to India, in India is a cradle for civilization. Every kind of person is in India. Every religion is in India. Jewish people have been here for over 2,000 years. And when Sikhs were expelled from Pakistan, the country of their origin, from where Sikh religion originated, they came to India. Even the Zoroastrian, Parsi, they came to India. So India is a place which welcomes you. But at the same time, India is a club. It has to have one rule for everybody. You cannot have different rule that I can have three wives, four wives, and you can only have one wife, and I don't send my children to school, and your children are now running the blue chip companies. Government has to intervene. Like, you don't give me right to drive more than 70 mile or 60 mile an hour. You don't give me right to play loud music in the middle of the night. You don't give me right to have trees in my garden which go into the next door neighbor. You don't give me right to abuse my body with the drugs, taking narcotics. You don't give me right to do many things, to groom children, to uh, stealing thing, to committing crime, to vandalize. You don't give me all this right. So similarly, the government of India has to stop families who do not send their women to at least to become graduate. So once they become graduate, you have to understand, we have to have a one society. We can't have parallel societies, one with two income, two or three children, the other with one income and six children. And the poor people will become resentful. And when they have nothing to lose, they have nothing to, they'll be very quick to come to the streets because they have nothing to lose. And they will be very quick to die and kill because they have nothing to lose. So government of India has to think that all the citizens are going nowhere, whether they're Sikhs, whether they're Christian, they're Hindus or Muslim. They have to instill the values of tolerance, rule of law, respect for women, respect for every faith. But above all this will happen when the prosperity comes. When people are rich, they are more tolerant, they enjoy life, they go to club, cinemas, theaters, restaurants. It's a total game. If you stay at home all day and you watch television, then you will resent. So therefore, women empowerment is very, very important because otherwise, if husband dies prematurely, who's going to look after the children? The state, or the children will become, a victim of some unscrupulous people. So I'm very, as a single parent child, I advocate that the government should make compulsory for every woman to be educated till university graduate, and then one person, one vote, and then the minimum age for marriage for boys should be 21 and the girl should be 18. If it's already there, that's good. I don't know. But there are people who are getting married at the age of 13, 10, 12, 15, which is totally unacceptable. There should be punishment by law.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Your Lordship. It has been such an insightful talking to you, such profound insights and so strategic directions you have given. Thank you so much. Very grateful to you.
Jai
Thank
Hind.
you.
Thank you, Lord. Jai Shri Krishna, Vaheguru Ji Fateh, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa. Thank you very much for
Jai
coming and giving your time. Thank
अरे
you.
भैया, सबको भगवान को याद कर दो, भारत माता को भी याद करो. जय हिंद.
Yes. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat Mata Ki, Jai Bharat Mata Ki.